Football fans, journalists, and of course players and coaches have flocked to Birmingham for the three-day event known as SEC Media Days. I'm here with Ty West, managing editor for the Birmingham Business Journal. Ty, as a local, what does this crazy event do for Birmingham? It's got to mean lots of money for the local economy.
Well, it does. It has a substantial local economic impact, mainly in the terms of hotel rooms and restaurants. We hear from hotel owners who say SEC Media Days is one time of the year that they can depend on having their hotel rooms sold out, especially down there in the Hoover area where it is. That's not something that's common for Birmingham in this part of the year. It's not really a hot time for tourism in Birmingham, so SEC Media Days kind of fills that void for the hotels, the hospitality industry, and especially the restaurants, which kind of get a daily horde of media members and fans that flock to them after the event ends each day.
Well, a huge part of SEC Media Days, we know, is marketing school programs to potential recruits. So what is the business of SEC Media Days all about? What kinds of money are these schools spending?
Well, if you look at the recruiting budgets for the SEC schools, I mean, they're typically spending about $1 million a year. That's the average for SEC schools in terms of the recruiting budget. What SEC Media Days has done, I think the league has done a really smart job of this, is turned SEC Media Days into a spectacle that really all the national media wants to cover. I mean, you don't hear this about some of the other conferences' media days. And for SEC schools, that really gives them free publicity. College Football Live, an ESPN show, has been broadcasting them live all week. And when you're trying to get on the minds of the recruits across the nation, having that type of free publicity is really priceless. And I think you saw that yesterday with Texas A&M dominating the news cycle because of Johnny Manziel. That wouldn't have happened 2 or 3 years ago, and it definitely wouldn't have happened in another league.
Well, you mentioned Texas A&M and Johnny Manziel, so we have to talk about their decision to send him to SEC Media Days after he was dismissed from Manning Passing Academy. He is, of course, the defending Heisman Trophy winner, and he's always a hot topic in the media for very often controversial reasons. Was it a good business decision?
I actually think it was a great business decision. I mean, if you watched ESPN yesterday, you saw Johnny Manziel all day long for entity like Texas A&M that's trying to get their name out there and trying to make a splash. That's publicity they just wouldn't have gotten had they not sent Johnny Manziel. 5 or 6 years ago, it would have been kind of unthinkable to think that Texas A&M's program would be generating that type of publicity just across the national stage, not just obviously in Texas they would, but to generate that type of publicity, I think it was an excellent decision. Obviously, you're risking creating a controversy, but I think the risk definitely paid off for A&M in this case.
Well, it's safe to say that the expense the schools are spending for SEC Media Days is well worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks so much, Ty West. I'm Brittany Umar for The Street.